when you made the transition to the NFL, I've talked to a bunch of quarterbacks that have talked about like the understanding of football from like college to the NFL. And I mean, I even think about like my career and then I started coaching, I was like, I did not know football very well in college. I got a big announcement. I just released my brand new resource for anyone trying to get recruited to play college football. Whether you're a player, the coach of a player, a parent of a player, this resource will help you learn everything you need to know to dominate the college football recruiting process. It's called the Get Coaches to Call game plan, and inside I'll reveal the secrets that top recruits use to make dynamic highlight videos and get in touch with coaches, and I'll give you a step-by-step guide for how to get coaches to notice you and reach out to you. The best part is that it's totally free. All I need is your name and your email. Check the link in the show notes. Now let's get back to the podcast. I'm looking back on it, I'm like, I barely knew what cover four was.
And you really think you do.
And you think you do, right? Like, was there any, when you got to the NFL, was there any reflections you're like, man, like I did not know it as well as not as well as you should have, but just not as well
I don't think I knew it at all in comparison to the NFL game. You know, I remember going in meetings for pre-draft and, you know, Bill O'Brien asking me, you know, when you get under center, where do your eyes go? Where are you looking first thing? And I remember telling them just what the way our offense was and just, you know, having the ability for any play to be able to just look out, do a quick run, like run game screen or a bubble just on the fly. We had the capability of doing that. I would look at the linebackers. And if one of these guys looked, you know, we could see on tape that he was slower and he was tucked too far in, we would just throw a bubble and block man up on the outside and just have him go for 5 or 6 yards. And you know, he looked at me, he's like, you're fucking kidding me. He's like, we look at the safeties in this league.
Those pre-draft meetings had to have been intense for a lot of them, huh?
Yeah, it was. I think, you know, obviously a lot of coaches coming in there, you know, when you get your diehard football guys, football coaches who live, breathe, and you know, it's just their absolute way of life. You know, I think there was a lot of people trying to find out, you know, if I love the game of football or if I was just in it for different reasons. And, you know, definitely got asked, you know, a lot more about off the field stuff than I really wish I would have. And, you know, I wish I definitely could have positioned myself a little bit better to, you know, avoid some of that talk.
What was the craziest question you got asked in one of those meetings?
Man, I got a binder dropped on my desk, and it was just full of tweets and like off-field pictures and, you know, just everything, every internet article for the most part. And they drop it on my desk and they're like, is this what we have to look forward to for the next, you know, 4 years of us drafting you? And I was just like, you know, obviously tough to kind of combat that a little bit, but, you know, definitely had to sit there and do a lot of defending.
Yeah, you didn't need to drop the binder.
No, for sure. You took your time to make this too.